has been provided information from a private investigator. CBS News Detroit has been provided information from a private investigator that shows the student athlete who lied to the NCAA about Partridge is the same student who recorded a phone call with stallions without his consent. So I do my show writing for Menace the night before. It's kind of where I start getting all my topics in order and like researching. I try to do as much as I can. And I thought to myself, okay, like an interesting article kind of popped up on my desk. And I wanted to, I guess, unpack it here, kind of behind the scenes on Dead Air Sports, and then obviously talk about it a little bit more on the show. But this article, it's a Michigan thing, man. The Michigan thing just never seems to end. I got tagged this on Twitter a couple times. Former University of Michigan football player leaked unauthorized materials to NCAA sources say, which, okay, whatever. I guess I want to give credit. Gino Vici. University of Michigan football team kicked off its season Saturday with a 34-17 win over. Okay, cool. 2 weeks after the NCAA imposed hefty fines against the schools in the sign stealing investigation, immediately after the ruling was handed down, the University of Michigan announced that they would appeal the decision. I was honestly really surprised by that. I was with Zach, and we kind of like joked about it. Like, there's no way that we're going to appeal the decision because, like, why would they? Like, they kind of got off the hook. I mean, relatively easy. And a lot of people felt like it would be a huge punishment. I never really cared too much about the huge punishment once we got like more than 16 months removed from it. But you know, whatever. I was surprised that they did appeal it. It sounds like they appealed it honestly to get away from that pretty sizable financial punishment. In a 79 report of the ruling, the NCAA revealed, okay, so is this per the, I guess I don't know. I should know. In its 79-page report of the ruling regarding the sign stealing, the NCAA revealed that a student athlete lied about its claim that former linebackers coach Chris Partridge asked players not to cooperate with the investigators. Partridge was fired in November 2023, just weeks after the investigation began. However, Partridge was not penalized by the NCAA following the conclusion of the investigation. That was a really crazy day, especially on the app, because the punishment for him came so quickly. Like, they fired him they fired him quicker than like Connor Steins got let go. And I you know, it could have been about information. It could have been about something. I thought when they fired him, that was them cooperating with the investigation in terms of, like, when I say they, I mean Michigan. But I guess maybe it wasn't. But that's fascinating. I guess I didn't do as much homework on the 79-page report as I would have done. The NCAA report also stated that a student athlete recorded a phone call with Connor Stallions, the centerpiece of the investigation, who received an 8-year show cause penalty. Yeah, we knew that. CBS News Detroit, I believe that is who this is. Yeah, CBS News Detroit has been provided information from a private investigator. Whenever I hear like private investigator, I guess, associated with this whole thing, I'm like, here we go. How soon do we get a mention of Ryan Day's brother? Now, I'm lying. I'm not going to lie. I did see this. Someone sent me this article or like this article, and then they said something about like someone passed along something to Ryan Day's brother, and he's going to get, or Ryan Day, and he's going to get in trouble because of the brother. Okay. CBS News Detroit has been provided information from a private investigator that shows the student athlete who lied to the NCAA about Partridge is the same student who recorded a phone call with stallions without his consent. The private investigators also informed CBS News Detroit that the student athlete and the campus source are the same individual who is a player on the team. I already see it, like the conspiracy theories. It's probably what they're gonna say. It's the kid. Oh, so here we go. The kid that left Michigan, that was started in Ohio, didn't get an offer from Ohio State, went to Michigan, then came back to Ohio State. He's the one that recorded the phone call, was privy to all this information, and then he's the one that was the informant. So we got a player, a student athlete on Ohio State's team that's a double agent. I'm sure is how this is going to be spun. CBS News Detroit. I want to find out more. The private investigator presented evidence that the same student athlete who lied to the NCAA regarding Partridge, who was exonerated, I guess. I'll have to learn more about that, research more about that. And who recorded a phone call with Stallions, took videos from the former Michigan staffer's personal computer in an unauthorized manner, and handed the videos over to an unnamed private investigation firm, which then turned them over to the NCAA within 24 hours. I mean, this is the Ryan Day's brother theory kind of like fleshed out, right? So, according to CBS News Detroit and a source that they have, a student athlete had access to the Michigan staffers' computers, did some Mission Impossible shit, got stuff off the computers, and then went to the firm, and then the firm went to Ryan Day, and then Ryan Day went to the NCAA. Or I guess this article hasn't mentioned Ryan Day at all, but that's, I think, if I'm guessing, what kind of the Michigan propaganda tour is going to be. And honestly, like the way this article is written, it makes it seem like, okay, punishment came, they appealed, we know they appealed, here's information that could be behind the appeal, is maybe the standpoint, which then turned them over to the NCAA within a 24-hour start to the investigation. A Dearborn, Michigan attorney who's been following the development closely said he believes Michigan could win its appeal in the state court. It's been alleged there's some evidence that was illegally obtained in this matter. That does matter in state court, said ODK Moria, an attorney in the Moria and Howman LLP. I guess I didn't realize that Michigan, I guess I never thought to myself, okay, like the NCAA has to obtain information legally to make punishments. Because I thought they were kind of under their own umbrella when they do investigations, I guess. I don't know. But I guess if it's state court, I guess I'm not super familiar. I got to get a lawyer in here. The NCAA administrative body makes its own rules in the state. Okay, here we go. This, I guess, answers my question. I guess just read a little longer. The NCAA administrative body makes its own rules while in state court. The difference is that state and the judge make the rules. He said he believes in an appeal in a state court would result in a much different outcome based on the new information and the possibility that evidence was obtained illegally. This is really a thing, man. Like me and Zach were more just kidding, and it's like, I guess I'm not doubting it. Like I guess I am doubting it. Like I really think that like this was made up, and like there's a lot of grasping for straws. But I don't know why CBS Detroit would write this article unless they really believe they had something. With the NCAA, they might not care where evidence is coming from. They don't have rules against that. But in the actual state court, similar to criminal trial, where there's evidence that's obtained illegally, it's called fruit from the poisonous tree. In that case, anything obtained from that evidence is deemed inadmissible, which would render the case against Michigan dismissed. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, but what a bizarre thing. This was published again, what is it, today at 6:10, so a couple hours ago. I mean, in theory, right? I hate conspiracy theories because, like, you can always connect dots for something if you need to, even when there's evidence to kind of disprove it. But in theory, I mean, that would explain why they appealed so quickly. But on the flip side, if there's an appeal available to you, I would think everyone would appeal. Dude, I don't even know if I want to write this in tomorrow's show, just because, like, I'm ready, like, the season's here, and I don't really want to, like, get back in, like, the Michigan weeds. And, like, right now, like, I just want this thing to be about, like, Ryan Day beating them. But here we go, more stories. And, of course, like, it comes out on, you know, the Monday after Michigan played their first game. I wonder if Michigan wants this to go away, too. Because right now they got a young quarterback, a talented quarterback, a lot of hype and love around the program. Are we just never letting go of this Ryan Day thing until we find out who the source is? It is wild because Michigan people went from he didn't cheat to we need to find out who snitched on them for cheating without holding any accountability for the person that did the cheating. It went from like I didn't kill that person to, yeah, I fucking killed that person But who told? Like, that's really the messed up thing, is like, who snitched on me? So it is weird, man. The Michigan Colt thing is weird. I'm curious though. I guess like I should have read the whole more of it. Yeah, this was wild. From the outset, our focus has been on seeking due process, allowing the NCAA to conduct a fair and deliberate investigation. Although the Big Ten has closed this investigation, we're continuing to cooperate with the NCAA as it moves forward with ongoing investigation, consent with our commitment to integrity. We will continue to take the appropriate actions leading disciplinary measures based on information we obtain. Earlier today, Michigan Athletics relieved Chris Partridge of his duties as a member of the Michigan football staff due to employee privacy laws. You know what's weird? I think where Michigan might end up getting caught up is like, okay, some of the information, I guess, maybe illegally obtained. Not that I think that matters with the NCAA, but the rest of the information was legally obtained when, Michigan turned stuff over to the NCAA, and they used that to make their decision. Weird. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I don't think there's anything really too crazy here, but I'll keep an eye on it just because it is fascinating. I probably won't write this into tomorrow's show. I might save this for Wednesday or Thursday, maybe end of the show, just to give myself a little bit more time to like kind of research it. I mean, right now I want to focus on like the football that's going on, and then obviously like when me and Tyler got a show coming out too, we got a lot of baseball stuff we got to go over. So, but I thought I would record this and let whoever dead air's kind of just like the home for my like inner thoughts, and I guess I figured I would record some of these inner thoughts. If you guys like this kind of style, let me know. Drop a comment, leave a like, and I'll do more of these. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I think I'm recording with Tyler, and then I do got to do something with I got to do something with Ron and Q here this weekend too. So not this weekend, this week. Anyway, I'll catch you guys.